Derschow. I was born in Mulgadown Station, Whitnam, 25th of 10th, 1935. And I'm 70, this year I'll be 79 years old.
And why were you born in Mulgadowns?
Well, that's where my mother and my grandmother and all the rest of my brothers are born there, see, in Mulgadowns. Yeah. And two of my sister and brother, they was married at what's it called, Yampire Gorge, next to the old well there where there's a fig tree there. Yeah. And Dad used to work on the mine and sell their asbestos, see, to Hancock, I think. Yeah.
And what kind of work was your mum and your mum doing?
Well, she was doing station work there, you can see on that thing there. Housekeeping, whatever, yeah. And we left there because 1943, I think, because Mum being native and then Dad German. There, and being a German, he had to get out of the Pilbara, see, other side, the 26 parallel, the Japs and the Germans. So they shifted them down there, see. They met at the station in Mulgadowns, yeah. Because, like, when I started work when I was, say, 10 years old, and then I was working at that one dairy station, and they just opened the gate 10 shillings a week or something for the boss and that, and then I was there, might be till I was 13, then we were getting the brumbies in from out the bush and that and breaking them in, and then I went from there, I think it was to Yarraquin Station out of Kew. There, working on the station there. Well, you get in there with the boss and go in there and he put up the gate, you get out, open the gate, and then he goes through and you close the gate again. Well, yeah, in those days, like getting right up to when I was 18, I was 17, 16, I thought it was a bastard of a job, you know, the station life, because you never got very much in that, see, and you weren't allowed to shift with white, weren't allowed to eat with the white people. They had a little bit of a thing outside the window there where they, even though your wife or whatever worked in the kitchen, you would not eat with the white. You'd have to eat alone on your own or with the other natives, see? Yeah. They used to growl about it, but getting back, I think back in those days now, with all that stuff going on, like when I was going to school for that couple of years, the white kids used to say, nigger, nigger, pull the trigger, bang, 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 see? Yeah, call us niggers. And as soon as they'd chuck a bit of crust away, or an apple core, we'd dive on it, see, and eat it. And in Kew, because Saturday was a rubbish day, we'd be down the rubbish dump eating the black lemons when they turned black and whatever scraps we could get. Yeah. And over those years eating like that and we weren't allowed to do this and that, I appreciate everything now, what I've done there, because now you get the kids anything now, I don't like that, you know, I don't like this. I eat whatever goes, yeah. Yeah. You know, yeah, on a ration, yeah, that's all goes on. Mm. But we weren't allowed in after 6 o'clock, you weren't allowed in town, see? Mm. Well, I did everything, you know. Yeah. Well, getting back to that, when I was opening the gates there, those things, we had to go and muster horses. They were like brumbies. It took us a couple of days, but I was 12-year-old, and there was a bloke named Hardy Moocher, horsebreaker, and we used to bring him in. And some of those horses used to gallop that much. By the time we got them to the yard, the older ones, we had to shoot them because they couldn't stand up. Yeah. And then he'd break them in and I'd ride them, see? And then he'd done that, and then I had Bill, Frank, Hardy, might be Fred there. And they were too frightened of his grey mare to get on And they said, George, you get on that horse. So I got on a horse there and rode around and said to Hardy, now, righto, this horse here. Righto, he said, I'll catch you up. I said, we're going to meet in the middle of the paddock for lunch. It's the normal thing to do. We waited and waited there for him. He said he's going to roll a smoke first, so we left. And he was still leading the bloody horse when he got to the windmill. Yeah. He said, too frightened to get on the bloody thing.